1, 2, 1, 2, testing. Looks like mic's good. Hello, hello, welcome back to the stream. Where's my head? My headset feels weird. I don't know why. Anyway. Let's go ahead and go to this screen. There we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. Let me go grab the Scott so we can start playing. Make sure he's ready to go. Boop. Hopefully he is. That'd be great, you know, being ready to roll. Okay. Get that away from me. Wow. Hello, hello. Boop. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. That's better. You ready to solve a murder now? We solved the heist, but now we gotta solve the murder.
Yes. That our client was very strangely wanting to be convicted of this murder for some reasons, almost like it would give him an alibi or something.
Not the murder.
He didn't want to be charged with.
He wanted to be proven guilty for the theft.
Yes, because that would basically give him an alibi, so he couldn't have been convicted of the murder.
Yes. You said he wants to be guilty of the murder.
He wants to be guilty of he wants to be found guilty of the theft.
Yes. But
Yes.
that didn't work out. It finds out the ace detective was actually the thief.
Well, like Ace Defective, am I right?
True.
Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, anyways, yeah.
But yeah. But so now we have to prove that he didn't commit murder. Hooray.
I hope he didn't commit murder. I mean, I don't think he's the type, but I hope he didn't commit murder.
I don't think so. I'm pretty sure he didn't. Now, do I remember who exactly did the murder? I don't know. Don't think we've met them yet. I don't remember. We shall see. Load this up. Save this, please. Alright, we're still in the investigation. I think we're gonna go see our client. Yep, there he is. Mr. Wright. Mr. Delay, did they finish their interrogation? Yes, but please don't leave me alone anymore. We have to investigate, buddy. Mr. Delight, you lied to us before, didn't you? Well, you see, on the same night the sacred urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor department store. A blackmail letter you got summoned you to KV Security to hand over some money. And then, that's where the CEO, Kane Bullard, was murdered. But there's only one Ron Delight, am I right? So the only question is, where were you that night? Well, we proved that he wasn't at the Lordly Taylor, so seems pretty suspicious of where he was.
And we know that his keycard was used in the place as well.
Yeah, he was given the key card to get into the CEO's office, I think. Or he already had it, I don't know. Something like that.
I was gonna say, if he was fired or whatever, or quit, wouldn't you remove his card access from your system?
Yeah.
Thing so it wouldn't work?
Possibly, yeah. Probably should. Would be good. This time I want to hear the whole truth. Your life depends on it. Yeah, basically. Okay. Mask to mask. Mr. Delight, do you still insist that you are mask to mask? Isn't that what I've been saying since yesterday? That was a quick response. Tell me about it. To be honest, it's starting to get irritating. Just starting to?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, yeah. Well, listen, Mr. Delight. At the trial today, we learned the true identity of the thief, didn't we? It was this guy at me. Why? Good luck, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. I guess it's true. I wasn't the one who stole that urn. Of course not. After all, you were at KB security at the time. So then the person dressed up as Mask to Mask in this photo, it's gotta be Detective Atme. Okay. So he's still not saying where he was. So that night, you didn't go to Lordly Taylor. You went to KB security, right? Yes, I went to KB security. At the time, the blackmail note said I should. Alright, what happened next? Well, I used to work there, so I knew where the CEO's office was. I knocked, but there was no answer. So then I used the keycard to unlock the door. That's probably when he dropped his wallet. That makes sense. When I went into the CEO's office, someone was in there. Someone? Then suddenly they bashed me over the head. Bam! Oh, right.
That shadow looks suspiciously familiar.
Very suspicious. Was it Kane Bullard that hit you? I don't know. The person ran away while I was still stunned. When I came to my senses, the sight I saw left me speechless. The dead body of the CEO was right there in front of me. I thought I'd die myself. Anyway, I thought I should do something with the body. So that's why you put it in the safe? Yes, that's right. I used to be the chief of one of the security teams, so I knew how to open it. Okay, and what did you do after that? Well, I got out of there, for starters. I was the one who set up the security cameras in that building. So I knew how to avoid being spotted by them. Nick, all of a sudden, Mr. Delight kind of sounds like the murderer to me. Please don't say that. Yeah, that's not gonna help Maya. Why were you fired? Mr. Delight, is it true that 1 year ago, you were forced to quit KB's security? How did you? I'm begging you, please don't tell Desi, please! Don't worry, we haven't told anyone yet. Oh, thank goodness. No, but I suppose I'll have to tell her sometime. She'll find out eventually. Why have you been hiding it from her anyway? Jessie would despise me if she ever found out I was living a life of crime. A criminal, a thief. She'd never forgive me. My marriage would be over. Knowing that, why did you become a thief in the first place? Because Desi spends money like it's water. There's no job in the world that could bring in enough money. Except being a thief. At least, that's what I thought anyway. So he became Mask to Mask for Desiree, huh? Okay. We have some evidence to show him. About this, I guess. So was this blackmail letter written by KB Security's CEO, Kane Bullard? I think so. Probably. You can only get into the CEO's office if you have a keycard. And the blackmail letter said to meet at KB Security. Guess no one other than Mr. Bullard could have written the letter then. Alright. Your wallet. I was at KB Security around 1 o'clock that night. I took out my wallet to open the door with the keycard. So, is that when you dropped it? I'm sorry, I should have told you the truth earlier. Okay. What are you still doing with this keycard anyway? Didn't you return it when you left your job at KB Security? Of course I returned it, don't be silly. But it got sent back to me along with the blackmail letter. Okay, so yeah, he didn't keep the card. He gave it back.
And it was sent back to him again.
Yeah, from the blackmail letter. What, the blackmail letter? Yes, it said, use this to enter the CEO's office. Alright, that explains that. That's just that. Maybe? I don't know. Oh, I didn't know Mask to Mask had become so famous. Yeah, I actually bought this publicity photo. Really? Well, I'd be happy to sign it if you like. I'll even add behind bars. Yes, please, please. Maya. Maya, you're not helping. Maya. It looks like Ron has totally forgotten about what happened at the trial today. That he was declared not guilty of being masked to mask. Okay. What do you think about this? Okay. Okay, so not helpful. Kane's autopsy died. 1 a.m. caused cerebral hemorrhaging from blunt trauma to the head. Okay. Anything on this? No. Okay. Oh yeah, the first heist of Mask to Mask. Hey, this is an article about my debut heist. But who's that? Who's that over there? What's that weird little hair going on? Boy, that was a tough one. Before I knew it, they were hot on my trail. But Mask to Mask, he must have gotten away, right? It says in the article that he disappeared. That's right, I got a sudden burst of inspiration. I hid my Mask to Mask costume in a nearby plastic bucket. Then I quickly changed into my security guard uniform. Pretty clever, huh? Wow, awesome. Hey, hold the phone. The guard in this photo. Is this you, Mr. Delight? Hehe, that's right. Nick, nice trick if I do say so myself. Nice and easy to figure out. Even Pearls could see through that in a heartbeat, yeah. Okay, first... Okay. As you might expect, Detective Atme found the disguise. He truly deserves the title of Ace Detective. Detective Atme found the Mask to Mask disguise? That's interesting. Yes, and I heard that he brought it home with him. So that's it. That's when Atme got his hands on this. Thanks to that, I got the chance to remake my costume. That must have been really time-consuming, huh? Yes, it took quite a while to complete. Anyway, a few days after that, I received the first of the blackmail letters. First? Oh, multiple blackmail letters. Fine. You got them starting when? Tell me more now. Hey, calm down. Don't get so worked up. That's kind of important information we need to talk about, though. This blackmail letter. Is this the first one you got? No, of course not. The allergies were bugging me. This is the first one that ever called me out to a specific location. So, did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Amanon heist. But that first letter, it said, I know you did it. So someone found out your true identity? Just like that? It's not easy being a master thief, you know. I've got proof that it was you, so give up. It went on to say. So in the end, I had to give up the treasure I went through all that trouble to steal. Is that right? Hey, hang on a second. What do you mean you had to give it up? Oh, don't worry. After I put the jewel in the safe deposit box, the letter specified. Someone sent me $10,000. No one said anything about me being worried, you know. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. Plans? Heist plans. What are these plans you are talking about? They were instructions on how to steal a crown or painting or some other rare treasure. They showed security blind spots, escape routes, and even suggested training methods. So you mean the one who planned the heist wasn't you? No, it wasn't. I only planned the very first one. After that, I received plans from some very kind person. Incredibly detailed plans. Very nice person, huh? So very nice. It sounds like Mr. Delight is thankful to the person that was blackmailing him. Yeah, that's not really how things work.
Yeah, really nice person who's blackmailing him, but, you know, he's giving him a cut of the proceeds, so
Yeah.
it's okay, right?
Yeah, he's so nice. He gives me money for these extremely valuable things that are worth way more than probably what I was given, but he's so nice. Blackmailing me. Okay. So Ron Delight was mask to mask after all? But someone else is behind the thefts. Someone who planned them all out in detail. All I had to do was deposit the treasure I stole into the safe deposit box. Then I just waited for the cash to come in the mail. You try not to look so gleeful about it. So you went after the sacred urn because of one of those plans too? Well, see, truth is, I've never seen the urn. All I did was follow the instructions and steal what I was told to steal. Mr. Delight, is everything you've just told me the truth? Yes, but please don't tell Dusty, okay? Okay. He was stealing as directed by blackmailers, okay. Ron, before we go, there's one more thing I want to ask you. Yes, but please don't hurt me. Mr. Kane Bullard, do you swear that it wasn't you who killed him? Yes, of course. I could never. I'm not lying. All I did was hide his body in the safe. But then I was afraid they'd discover what I did, so I turned myself in yesterday. Why? Well, if the judge had ruled that I was guilty of robbery, then I'd have an alibi, right? I guess so. You're really clever, Mr. Delight. I guess I have no choice but to take Mr. Delight at his word. It's Pearly! Mystic Maya! Hey, Pearly! I'm back! Hey, Pearls. So what have you been up to this whole time? The secret urn, Mr. Nick. I took it back to Crane Village to have it examined. And what did you find out? Well, there's no need to worry. They said it's the real urn. Oh, that's good. Okay, that's right. She went back to the village to make sure it was all good. Phew, that's a relief. I was really worried. But there's one small problem. Problem? These cute little pink splotches. They said that it's paint, and that they were put on the urn recently. Why are we talking about the pink splotches again? What's the big deal? What's the big deal? We gotta find out how they got there. That's the big deal. Yes, Mr. Nick, we gotta find out how they got there. Okay. We'll find out how they got there. Please don't forget about me. Okay. Can we show him the urn? Oh wait, there's more stuff we can show. Okay, first let's... Yeah, he only got 10% of how much it's worth. So we probably only got 10% of each one, which kept increasing each time. So we would have gotten 1,500, 2,400, 1,500, yeah. This list, we found it in the office of the CEO, Mr. Bullard. Hey, this is the list of all the things Mask to Mask stole. And that's the value of each item listed next to them. $10,000, 15, or $100,000, $150,000. Are you sure that's the value of the stolen items? The numbers seem a little low to me. Even on the black market, the prices should be at least 3 times higher than that. I guess he knows about that stuff because he used to be a security guard. Okay. Okay, the buzzer. That's the emergency buzzer from the CEO's office. Don't press it. It makes a terrible racket. Hehe, sorry. I just love making a loud noise. Yeah, you do. Does this buzzer have something to do with this case? Well, at this point, I don't really know yet. After all, there were no prints on it, or anything else for that matter. Okay, so the buzzer did go off at 1:02 a.m. The buzzer went off just once during the time that Bullard was killed. Oh, that's scary. Do you know anything about that, Mr. Delight? Sorry, I'm afraid I don't. Why am I not surprised by how clueless he is anymore? Yes, I was doing that. Mr. Delight, are you actually absolutely sure about this testimony? That you stole the treasures as you were directed by a series of blackmail letters? Yes, and I got money for them in return. It seems like a good deal. He doesn't look like he's lying. So then, how do you explain Detective Abby's crazy confession? That's true. That's kind of strange. What is it? Up until now, Master Mask has gone after famous works of art or treasures. Why did you suddenly decide to steal this plain-looking urn that nobody would want? Make it sound like you had nothing to do with the theft. Well, it wasn't me that chose to steal this urn. Alright. So that's everything we can talk to him about, looks like. Okay, so we got the urn back. So now we can kind of talk to people about that. Anything for you? I'm so happy that you got your sacred urn back. Well, I have you to thank for that, Miss Delight. And I'm sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing for? Because I mistakenly blamed your husband for taking it. I told you, didn't I? My Ronnie could never do such a thing. Okay. Okay. Nope. Okay. Anybody else touch it at me? Touch it at me. No? Okay. Nothing here. Main exhibit hall. And go to the basement. Okay. Oh, new thing. Okay. Andrews. Oh, Pearl. How nice to see you. Hello there. I haven't seen you around lately. What have you been up to? Well, actually, I was having this urn examined. Oh, I see. Maybe if we take another good look at this urn, we can figure out the mystery of what actually happened here. Nick, let's look around one more time. Okay, so there's secret things she's talking about. She won't talk about this box. There's something about it that's bothering me. That's the box that the sacred urn was in. It looks like there's some pink paint on it too. It's definitely the same color as the stuff on the urn. I think I know how the paint got on it now. Alright, let's investigate again, Nick. Okay. Let's slide over. It looks to me like it's been dry for several days. There's something suspicious about this paint mark. The bottom left part of it is shaped oddly, shockingly pink, or shocking pink. Mr. Nick, could it be that this odd shape is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Ah, that's the box the sacred urn was in. If you look here, there's a little bit of paint on the box as well. Wow, you're right. Look, it matches. What is it, Mr. Nick? This is all turning out exactly as I thought it would. Alright. I think it's all starting to become clear. We're that much closer to solving the mystery of what happened to the urn. Okay. Anything else in particular I got? Slide back over here. Okay. So, let me do a savey save, because now I think we can, do the thingy with the psych blocks on her. Let's go. Alright. Sacred urn. Miss Andrews, do you know anything about the sacred urn? Do I know anything? I'm in charge of the entire treasure exhibit. The urn that was submitted before the court today. It's obviously not the same urn as before. Well, that's true. Maybe it isn't the same. It could be fake. Fake. You were the one who said it wasn't the same, so that's the most obvious explanation. Do you have any evidence that the urn was submitted? Sure, it's genuine. Pearly proved that. So can I just show the urn? Yeah, genuine article. Yep. Sorry to break it to you. Break it to you. It's broken. But the urn is the genuine article. Pearls went back to Crane Village and had it examined. Is that right? That's nice, but I don't see how. What she discovered was that the urn had been broken. Again. Did you say again? Yes, it was broken once a year ago. And now it looks like the same thing has happened. And quite recently, too. Recently? Are you saying that this urn was broken recently? Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. Why do you think it was broken recently? How do you know?
was looking what they have Butterfingers.
I'm just trying to figure out which one I present to her. Do I just show the urn again because of the pink splotches? No? Okay. This? No, the box? Hold on, maybe it would... Oh yeah, okay, it would be this. Okay, hold on. Restart this. Reload. Do this again. Okay, why do you think it was broke recently? Is because of the... Yeah, there we go. This poster. It was made recently, right? Poster? Ah, the poster for the exhibit. At the time when this photo was taken, the urn said, I am on it. But now, for some mysterious reason, it says, Ami. When the urn was fixed, the letters were transposed. I am. What does that even mean? I don't know anything about that. I wasn't even there when the photo for this poster was taken. That was a mistake. No. Now, tell the truth. Wait. 4? Even if the urn was broken, I had nothing to do with it. Huh? Yes, that's it. It must have been one of the people at the photo shoot. They probably dropped it. I'm sure that's what happened. Looks like she's not going to give up that last psych lock so easily. Do you have any proof the urn was broken here at Lordly Taylor? The paint? Is this... Yeah, because this was in the Lordly Taylor place, so yes, it would be this part. Well, Miss Andrews? What is this supposed to mean? There's pink paint all over this urn. And there's pink paint all over the floor and walls of this basement warehouse. In other words, this urn was broken here. You can't let a weasel out of this one, Miss Andrews. But, uh-oh. She's trying to make her escape. But you can get pink paint anywhere. Well, there's none in my office, that's for sure. Well, there is in my room. Liar. Anyway, the paint on the urn and the paint on the floor, they're no proof that it's the same paint. Come on, this is getting ridiculous. Proof leaking the paint on the urn to the paint on the floor is the box that the urn was in. This box. The urn was stolen in this box, right? Or stored in this box, right? Yes, that's right. Well, there's pink paint on this box as well. I think you already know where I'm going with this, don't you? Yes, more or less. The paint on the floor has an odd shape and printed in it, doesn't it? Yes. If you put this box into the impression in the paint, you can see it fits perfectly. Which means this box was dropped right over there. And that is when the urn was broken. Your name does you justice, Mr. Wright. Mr. Wright. We are right.
Justice.
Oh, that's successful. Hooray! I'm so sorry. I was the one who broke the urn. Boy, does this make me feel like some sort of evil school teacher. I'm a terrible person. Not only did I break it, but I tried to hide what I did. Well, that's not so hard to understand. It is. Is it, Pearly? Yeah, Pearly. What do you think? It's not so bad for breaking a precious treasure. No, not at all. I know just how I know just how she feels. I know you do, bro. It happened about 2 weeks ago, just after the poster photo was taken on the same day the urn arrived. I thought I'd put it away down here for safekeeping. I was carrying it in the box. I tripped on a paint can and lost my balance. The box I was carrying crashed into the ground. I heard a terrible noise and I thought my heart was going to stop. Fearing the worst, I opened the lid of the box and that's when it happened. The broken piece of the urn fell out of the box and landed right in the paint. I was in shock. I let out a huge scream. I can totally see how that could have happened. Yeah, as clumsy as she is, I'm sure May understands. I knew it was the most important treasure in all of Korean Village, so I tried as hard as I could to fix it. Fortunately, the shards were pretty big. And that's when the I am got changed to Ami? I didn't know how it was originally written, but any sane person fixing it would have assumed it said Ami. Any sane person? Really? Oh, Pearls. She said she wasn't very good at spelling. Anyway, I put the urn into the storeroom and no one had seen it since then. Alright. That sounds pretty important. Probably. But there's something I don't get. When we first came here, I didn't see any paint stains. Well, that's because it was so ugly and embarrassing. I used the golden statue to cover it. The Ami face statue. Aha! First time that we came down here, it was on the night that the sacred urn was stolen. But Mr. Nick, there were no paint marks on the walls or floor of the warehouse when we were here. Well, there's a reason for that. On the day of the crime, around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. And I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. See, that makes perfect sense. But there's still one thing I find strange. What is it, Pearl? The day after the urn was stolen, we came here again. At that time, the statue had been moved and the paint was clearly visible. She's right about that. Well, Miss Andrews? Huh? What? I don't know anything about that. I placed it there to cover the paint, so why would I move it again? Well, then, who was it? Who would have done it and why? It's a mystery. On the day before the theft, the statue was definitely closer to the door. Then the next day, it was moved. But why? Alright, so I got that updated about the statue. It looks like there's some connection between the sacred urn and the murder case. Well, why? Why do you think so, Nick? Because that night, the real thief, Ron Delight, was at KB Security. So then, why did another masked mask show up here? A lot of different things are pointing to one undeniable fact. One undeniable fact? The murder trial is starting tomorrow, but it looks like that thief is going to be making another appearance. Oh, snap. We aren't done with Mr. Atme. Alright, time for the trial. Hopefully I don't fuck it up too bad. 'Cause I'm kind of dumb. Alright. October 14th, 9:41 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 4. Hey, Nick. What is it this time? You won't believe how many people are here for the trial. Well, it is a murder case. What are you talking about? They're here for the trial next door. Next door? Why don't you know this, Nick? Sigh, they're having Detective Atme's trial today. Detective Atme. They say they're going to try him as Masked Mask. Already? That was fast. Boy, I'd love to see Masked Mask trial. I know. By the way, where's Pearls? Oh, she went back home. She said she can't neglect her training anymore. I know you don't like me. Pearls has really gone into her training lately, huh? Yeah, ever since that incident last year. Please, don't ignore me. Oh, Mr. Delight, good morning. No one likes me. No one would notice me even if I killed someone. Come on, don't be silly. Well, wait a sec. You mean you're the murderer? No, I'm just a poor thief. No, wait, that's not right. A thief can't really be poor.
I beg to differ.
I mean, they can.
Successful the thief you are.
Yeah. Now let's see. According to Mr. Delight, from his second crime on, he was following a bunch of set plans. Plans that someone had been sending to him to help him commit the heists. Do you really think there's a connection between the thief and the murder, Nick? It's possible. But today's trial is a race against the clock. Huh? How come? Let's just take our time like always. I'm afraid that's not an option. Because of the trial for the other guy. October 14th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 6. So that means you have to prove the detective at me was a part of the murder case. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Ron Delight. Defense is ready, Your Honor. You're ready. Preparation the last fugitive of the week. Okay, settle down, everyone. Let's begin with your opening statement, Mr. Godot. Well, Godot, right?
Godot.
Godot.
No, Godot. Like
Godot. Okay,
Godot. Yes.
Godot. Okay. Or Ga or G? G. Okay. Like G-U or G-A? G.
G-U-H.
Yeah, G. Okay. G.
This
Godot.
coffee is G. I don't know.
Godot.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it.
The T is silent.
Yeah, just to mess with us.
Yeah. He's got the judge in the palm of his hand, yet again. Ron Delight is simply too young to be sent to war. That's all. I'm afraid I have no idea what that means, Mr. Godot. Then you need to get out more, Your Honor. Life is war. That's exactly why you must be more precise in your own wording. Like I'm not. Because I'm bad at reading. That's all my statement means. You understand now, right? Yes. Well then, let me briefly summarize the details of this case. Wow, the judge is taking charge like he knows what's going on for a change. The victim is Kane Bullard, CEO of KB Security. His body was found in a safe at approximately 9 a.m. on the morning of the 13th. However, the time of death was estimated as 1 a.m. of the previous day. And that's when our little lost kitten dropped the ball. That little lost kitten is, of course, the defendant. Very well then, Mr. Godot, please call your first witness. Or Godot. Dang it, I keep saying Godot. I don't know why I keep saying Godot. Godot. I never drink more than 17 cups of coffee during any given trial. But the first one is always the best. Mr. Godot? Your witness? Okay then. Let's hear what the defendant, Mr. Ron Delight, has to say for himself. The defendant? Well, Mr. Wright, does the defense have any objections? It may be a bit of a disadvantage having the defendant testify, but... I remember when Maya was defending me. She allowed me to testify so she could do the cross-examination. She put a lot of trust in me back then. We have no objections, Your Honor. The defense will allow Mr. Delight to testify. Ha, you got guts, straight. Alright then. Mr. Ron Delight, please take the stand. Hey, buddy. You did it, didn't you? Yes. But Bond, what? No. That's not true. For a moment there, I thought we'd set the record for the shortest trial ever. Well, Mr. Knight already looks plenty guilty with that face he's making. Once he opens his big mouth, he'll probably put the last nail in his own coffin. Ha, very well. Now then, can you tell me something? If you didn't kill Bullard, why did you go to KB Security? Well, that's kind of hard to say. Boy, I wish I could go home. Now then, let's hear some testimony about what happened. Alright. My visit to KB Security. That evening around 1 a.m. I went to see Mr. Bullard in his office at KB Security. The blackmail letter I got, it ordered me to go there. I'd been working for KB Security until a year ago, so I knew where his office was. 1 a.m., the exact time the murder took place. The week came washed away by the tides of fate. Sean, drink it up. Ha, it's better today, too. Just like my destiny. You never know that from the way he's chugging it down. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, if you please. Alright. That evening around 1 a.m., let's see. Boop. 1 a.m., huh? You're absolutely sure about that? Yes, that's what my watch said when I was entering the CEO's office. No. Actually, I'm not really sure. My watch was slow, and my internal clock was also a bit... 1 a.m., that's the exact time the victim, Mr. Bullard, was murdered, correct? Too late for a coffee date, that's for sure. Okay. Blackmailer got ordered me to go there. Ordered you there? It was the first time I'd gotten a blackmail letter that ordered me to go somewhere. Does that mean you've got other blackmail letters then? Oh, of course. They'd say things like, steal this, or take that. Why don't you save those for later, Mr. Delight? Please don't say any more. Now, what should I do? Press harder? So what did the blackmail letter in question say? It said to bring $50,000. Right? 50,000? Yeah. Money, yeah. Perfect motive for committing murder. Oh, but wait. I never intended to pay that money anyway. Oh, is that right? After all, he had nothing to hold over my head. I had nothing to be afraid of. A bored boy indeed. Witness, let's have that added to your testimony. Yes, sir. A money mud skipper in outer space has a better chance of surviving than I do. Blackmail didn't scare me. It wasn't going to cause me trouble or anything. I'm impressed on that. Just what were you being blackmailed about anyway? The blackmail letter said if you don't want your identity revealed, correct? I'm sure it was referring to the whole mask-to-mask thing. But I wasn't worried. Mr. Bullard didn't have anything on me. He didn't? Anyway, I don't care what anyone says about me. Just as long as Desi believes in me. So that's why Mr. Light didn't believe he was mask-to-mask. That's why I knew they were just hollow threats. Press on that too, why not? You used to be a security chief for KB Security, right? Yes, that's right. Security chief? You? And yet, a year ago you were fired without notice. Revenge for an old grudge. Perfect motive for murder, wouldn't you say? This isn't good. Maybe I should change the subject? Why was he fired? Mr. Delight, please tell us why you were fired from your job. Well, the world is filled with those who have said, I wish I had never asked that. Okay, then I take it back. Bennett, please answer the question. Well, I needed money. You needed money? Well, see, Desi loves to spend money. It's kind of her hobby. Not exactly the best hobby in the world, huh, Nick? My salary wasn't nearly enough, so I stole data from the company. Ooh. That's big oopsie doopsie, sir. Come again? KB Security has a lot of security info on all sorts of companies, and since I was a security team chief, you stole some data. Sold it. Mr. Bullard found out and I was fired immediately. What? Wish I had never asked that. I was somehow unable to keep it a secret and made it seem like I had quit on my own. What is it, Nick? You don't look so good. Someone who brings harm to the company is fired as punishment. You do well to remember that. He sure told you. So you admit that you stole data from your company, is that correct? Yes, I'm sorry. This is a very important fact. Please add it to your testimony. Oh man, this whole thing just took a turn for the worse. Crashed and blew up. It's gonna take the jaws of life to rip this case from the clutches of disaster. He fired me for stealing company secrets, but Dusty doesn't know about that. Why would you do something like that? Well, for Dusty's hobby, what else? Wasting money, huh? It's not a waste. So Miss DeLay doesn't know that her husband was fired, does she? So it would seem. I'm not sure what to think about couples who keep secrets like that from each other. I can't believe it. This case has gotten even made to think seriously about couples. Please try to stay focused, Mr. Wright. There wasn't much to his testimony, was there? Sounds like he's avoiding something. At least, that's what it sounds like to me. Uh-oh, I've got a bad feeling about this. We'd better be careful. But if we don't find a way to make him spill the beans, we'll never get closer to the truth. Yeah, okay. Let me go to the one phrase before. Okay, go back to here again. There was another thing we could, ask about. No, nothing, okay. I thought there was another thing I could ask about. Oh. Because he was saying the Master Mask, was why he was apparently being, blackmailed for. Tisk tisk, I'm afraid that reason isn't going to hold up anymore. What do you mean? The victim had no proof the defendant was Master Mask, but you were the one who stole company secrets only 1 year earlier. But that was all over with once I was fired. But it is true that the fact I stole secrets was kept under wraps. Even so, there was no reason for me to pay up now, a whole year later. Is that really true? What is it, Nick? The fact that Ron was stealing company data. I wonder if he would have had a problem if that ever became public knowledge. Yeah, probably. Mr. Delight, I believe you would have been in considerable trouble if your identity as a company data thief was made public. Ugh. Mr. Wright, what are you trying to do by bullying your own clients? Men are like colonies of bacteria. The more you heat, the more heat you apply, the faster they grow. That's exactly right. Well then, feel free to keep up the heat, my little lawyer amigo. Whoa, the little lawyer amigo? Yes, now come on, provide some evidence to back up your assertion. Why would Mr. Delight want to keep his data stealing secret from going public? Oh, because of Desi. Yeah, because he doesn't want his wife to think that he's a thief. Mr. Delight, what you said just now doesn't match what you told me yesterday. What doesn't? I think you must have been scared, very scared, of having a certain person find out your secret. A certain person? Miss Desiree Delight, the defendant's wife. But Listen to me. My Desi, she is... Looks like if I just sit back and relax, the fun will end before it truly begins. Darn. Godot. Yes, we know. It was all your wife's fault. What do you mean? Mr. Delight stole company data to pay for his wife's spending habit, for which he was fired. Unable to face down his wound wife, someone used his dirty little secret to blackmail him. And that is how this murder came about. Oh. No, everything is falling neatly into place for him. So don't talk about my Desi like that, or you'll be sorry. Probably don't threat the prosecutor. Well, it seems that we've learned a great deal of things here so far. What do you think, Nick? I didn't think it was possible to get so thoroughly whipped in just 20 minutes. Clearly, there was sufficient motive for murder. He stole data for his wife, and he killed to protect his secret. Family man who cared just a little too much. The motive is clear. Let's move on. Alright. What happened at the crime scene at 1 in the morning, Mr. Delay? Come now, tell us. We're all ears. At C's office. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Suddenly, I was hit on the forehead. After that, I remembered being in a daze. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. When I came to, Mr. Bullard was lying there, dead. I see. Suddenly hit on the forehead, huh? I believe the detective from yesterday provides similar testimony. He said that Mask to Mask struck him on the head from behind. Of course, and Atme turned out to be the culprit himself. That was all a lie. Huh. No one's gonna believe a pathetic lie like that. What are you saying? I really was attacked. We'll find out if what you say is true or not during the cross-examination. Got that, Mr. Wright? Don't go easy just because he's your client. If I see any sign that you are, I'll treat you to another cup of my special blend. You don't need to worry about that, Mr. Godot. I have faith in Ron. I know he didn't do it. Alright. Oh, when I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. Who was this suspicious shadow? If there were 1,000 of me, and even one knew, I tell you, trust me. He is dodging all of our questions, is not helping us win this case. Okay, then how was the victim, Mr. Bullard, at that time? What do you mean by, how was he? Was he already dead? Was he still alive? Maybe he was the one who hit you in the first place. That's a good question. What do you think, Mr. Wright? Forget it. Suddenly I was hit on the head. Okay. Your forehead? Yes, I was hit on the forehead as soon as I entered the room. It was an amazingly fast and powerful attack. Do you remember anything about who hit you? Well, like I said, it was a fast and powerful hit, so I think I was a little dazed for a while. I don't think Mr. Dunn even grasped what you were asking. Yeah, I'd like to show him a fast and powerful attack myself. Maybe that would knock some sense back into him. If I hadn't been wearing that, I would have been killed. That? Could you please clarify what you were referring to? My Mask to Mask costume, of course. Wait just a minute. Mask? Did I forget to mention it before? Just to be on the safe side, I dressed as Mask to Mask. And then I descended upon the office of the CEO of KB Security. What?
He's wearing half the costume right now, isn't he?
I mean, kinda.
More of it?
Nick, did you know about this? You never told me this. I don't recall him ever mentioning that to me either. Even I didn't know that. Seems our little friend really loves to keep secrets. I'm sorry, I just never had a chance to mention mentioned it up until now. Wait, that's alright. You know how sometimes things just flip your mind? Ah, my 6th cup of coffee is staring up at me coldly. We're already on 6? At any rate, we can't ignore this new piece of information. Witness, please correct your testimony. I'd have been killed if I wasn't wearing my mask to mask costume. Why were you dressed up as mask to mask? Why, because I'm mask to mask, of course. What are you talking about? Mask to mask trial is being held next door. Yes, I guess so. Anyway, at that time, I thought I was being blackmailed over the mask to mask issue. So I thought I should go as him, just to be safe. Oh boy. Let me tell you, it's a real pain to move around with that cape. That's why it took a lot longer than I'd expected. Took a lot longer? What is he talking about? What do you mean by took a lot longer? Oh, opening the safe, of course. My cape got caught on the safe door, you see. This all happened when I was hiding Mr. Bullard's body. What was that? Back up a second. Yes? You were the one that hid the body in the safe? Oh, yeah. Conceivable. Why? Just why? What reason could you have? What were you thinking? Question. When does someone toss their dirty shorts in the washing machine? What? The answer's simple. When they take them off. As usual, I have no idea what you're talking about. Do you mean that Mr. Delight hid the body because he's the murderer? You're not as stupid as you look. His metaphor this time was really obscure. Mr. Wright, you don't mean that you knew about this whole safe business, do you? No, definitely not. No, totally didn't know.
I plead the fifth.
Well, yes, David. Why am I the only one not in the loop here? That's your complaint? That's your complaint, Judge? Not that...
I mean, you're not the only one not in the loop, Judge. We're all not in the loop. This guy doesn't want to tell us anything to help himself.
Right? Why am I the only one not in the loop here? Witness, make sure you add this to the testimony. Yes, sir. Looks like a storm front is moving in over the fair weather judge. I panicked and hid the body in the safe. It took about 10 minutes. Why did you hide the body in the safe anyway? Well, because it wouldn't fit in a drawer. But
That almost sounds like a good riddle. Why would you hide the body in this spot? Because it wouldn't fit in the drawer.
Yeah. That does really sound like it's just a silly joke. That's not exactly what I meant. When I saw that corpse, I kind of lost it. I thought, if they find his corpse, they'll think I did it. I think you had a simpler reason than that. It's because you killed him. That's why you spent 10 minutes hiding the body. That certainly makes more sense. Hold on. 10 minutes. What is it, Nick? I just had a thought. Under those circumstances, would you normally try to hide the body? And spend 10 whole minutes to do it? Under those circumstances? What circumstances? Oh! Hey, Nick, if you think his behavior was so strange, why don't you present some evidence that would show just what those circumstances were? That's it. I'll take a look at the court record and present some evidence, like I always do. Okay, we heard this from Mr. Delight yesterday, didn't we? Not much to his testimony either. I bet you he's still hiding something. I wouldn't be surprised. We'll just have to draw it out of him. I just hope he doesn't make things any more complicated. Yeah, good luck with that. Took about 10 minutes. Okay, let me look here. Buzzer went off at 1:02 a.m. Oh yeah, if it took him 10 minutes, wouldn't he have been there during 1:02?
Know how long he's knocked out for, though.
Yeah, but... Still, he would have been there for that? Oh, not that. Yeah. Your Honor, could you please take a look at this record? What might this be? The record for the emergency buzzer that connects to the CEO's office to security. If the button is if the button in the office is pressed, the security team is supposed to come running. And according to this record, the buzzer was pushed once at 1:02 a.m. What? If Mr. Rondelite truly was the murderer, he would have ran as soon as the buzzer sounded. After all, a security guard would have been heading this way. That's true. Let's remember who we're dealing with here. He probably had no idea there were security personnel in the building, but he
worked for there!
Yeah, he worked for there. He made the security system for the building. Up until 1 year ago, my client was working as chief of security. There's no way he wouldn't have known about them. But, as it turns out, the guard never came. That was nothing more than a coincidence, because the guard on duty is an idiot.
He's a butts head.
He's a butt.
Yeah, seriously.
Oh gosh. The fact that the guard was a pathetic loser.
Wow, way to throw your kind of friend under the bus.
Who had just gotten punched in the face by his ex's new boyfriend. Right, yeah. It wasn't anywhere in the vicinity. Was it not something Mr. Delight could have known? Again, remember who you're dealing with here. It's a sure bet that Mr. Delight didn't even notice the buzzer going off. No, it's real loud. This buzzer is extremely loud. There's no way he could have ignored something like that. If he had been conscious. That is. Conscious? What do you mean by that? Fine. Let's hear your theory. Right, so if the guy died at 1 a.m., right? And he said it took him 10 minutes to hide the body. He should have been there during the alarm going off. He should have heard it. And he didn't know that there was nobody in security. So he would have been in a hurry to get out. So since he said he got knocked out, he was knocked out. He was unconscious for a certain amount of time after the alarm had already gone off. The moment he entered the victim's office, someone attacked him. Mr. Delight said he felt dazed. I'm willing to wager that he was knocked unconscious for at least a few minutes. Unconscious? So he fainted? That's why Mr. Delight didn't know that the buzzer had sounded. And that's why he thought he had time to hide the body. So, what are you trying to say? Mr. Delight was knocked out, and the buzzer went off soon afterwards. Now, unless my client was able to hit the buzzer while he was unconscious, it can only mean that there was another person in that room. That's right, whoever it was, they knocked out Ron Delight and then pressed the buzzer. Oh shit. Order in the court. That's right, This is preposterous. It was this kid. Ron Delight is the one who killed Kane Bullard. Then who pressed the buzzer? It was the victim, of course. He pressed the buzzer when the defendant attacked him. He didn't die right away. He must have held on long enough to push the button. Except there's no fingerprints on there, is it? Of him. Is there? Is there? Hold on. There are no fingerprints on it. So Game Boy sounded the buzzer himself. What is your opinion on this, Mr. Wright? It's wrong. I need to prove that the real criminal was there at the scene, but how? Can I prove that it wasn't Game Boy inside the button? Yeah, I can prove it. Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have gloves on, right?
Yeah. He doesn't have, yeah. Why would he have gloves on? It's his own security place. It's where he works. Like, there's no reason for him to be wearing gloves. Defense's opinion is this, Your Honor. This piece of evidence proves that it wasn't the victim who sounded the buzzer. Get the button, bam. Because why would it matter if his fingerprints were on it? If he's the one who pressed it? Like, it's his office, and he got murdered. Like, yeah. It would make total sense for him to press the button and have his fingerprints on it. I believe this is the piece of incontrovertible evidence you were looking for. The emergency buzzer? Is there some kind of clue on it? Clue on of it? Oh wait, absolutely not, right? Because there's no fingerprints. Hey, come on now. At least give some thought to what you say before opening your mouth. The fact that there are absolutely no clues is the clue itself is the clue. And now I'm the one who's clueless. This button has no fingerprints on it. If Mr. Bullard had really pressed it himself, naturally, he would have left his fingerprints behind. Ron Delight obviously wiped them off. Why would he? A guard could have come in at any moment. He touched that button. I know he did. Defendant, Mr. Delight, was dressed as Mask to Mask. Mask to Mask always wears gloves. What reason could he have possibly had to wipe the button free of fingerprints? Order! It would seem I've been forced to eat crow. Wonder what he blend number crow flavored coffee is. However, if the real killer was there at the scene, why would that person press the emergency buzzer? Now. Shouldn't they have run away without putting themselves in extra danger? What's with this awkward silence all of a sudden? It looks like you're fresh out of parlor tricks. They're on to you, Nick. Oh no. A minute to collect my thoughts. The real culprit killed Mr. Bullard at around 1 a.m. And Mr. DeLay had happened to waltz in when the murder was taking place, right? The killer clobbered Mr. DeLay and then sounded the buzzer. Even though security was supposed to respond right away if the buzzer was pressed, security was supposed to respond. Time's up, Mr. Wright. See what you have to say. Very well then. You got some guts. I like that in an opponent. Why did the real killer sound the emergency buzzer? To call the security guard. Yeah, because if Ron was still in the room, but the person got out.
Yeah, it makes Ron look like he fought the dude and the dude died,
yeah.
And our client got unconscious, but our client is definitely the person who killed the person.
Yeah, he's the only other person in the room.
It's basically to frame him.
Yeah.
Call the guys in, get him caught, frame him.
Yep. The killer knew that if they pressed the button, a guard would come running. And that was exactly what they wanted. Do you mean to say the killer called the guard on purpose? Yes. Although, as it turned out, he never showed up. Because he was getting his clock clean at the time. What a touching story. You're saying the killer had a change of heart and called the guard to turn himself in? No, I'm not. When that buzzer sounded, there were 3 people in that office. The victim, Kane Bullard, who was already dead. The defendant, Ron DeLay, who was out cold. And a 3rd person, the real killer. Hypothetically, yes. Now then, in this situation, if the real killer made an escape, what would happen? The only ones left in the room would be the victim and Ron DeLay. And if any security guards came running in at the time, they would think that I was the murderer. Yes, that was precisely the real killer's objective. To frame Ron DeLay for the murder. It's like, hold on, wait. Good. Order, order, order. It would seem. Gotta get a new coffee. I spit all my other coffee out. I've been made to eat my words once again. Actually, you've been made to do a spit take for the cup of coffee. Mr. Wright, who was it? Who was it that tried to frame me? Wait a second. I'm the one and only masks, though. Nick, you mean the real killer is? We're going to drag that person in here, right now. But, who is it? I don't have any solid proof yet, but think about it. The killer knew Mr. Delight's identity, and they also knew that he had been called to KP security that night. So the killer used him to execute a well-crafted plan to murder Kane Bullard. Now then, let's hear your accusation, Mr. Wright. Who was it that framed Mr. Rod Delight for the murder of Kane Bullard? They're none other. Ace Detective. Detective Luke at me. He's the only one who could have done it. Ace Detective Luke at me? You being Master Mascot? Your Honor, the person being tried in the court next to us is not Master Mask at all. Oh shit. He is, in actuality, the true murderer of Kane Bullard. Order, order! Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Theft and murder. Which is a more serious crime? They're not even close. Murder is the most serious crime, of course. It's a capital crime subject to a capital punishment. Please remember the trial from yesterday, if you would. When Luke got me confessed, there was a huge commotion in the courtroom. Of course, famous detective was unmasked as, well, his masked mask. Instead of being convicted of murder, he was found guilty of grand larceny. That was his true objective all along. To be found guilty? Masked Mask had the perfect alibi for when the murder took place. He was stealing the urn at Lordly Taylor. In other words, being found guilty as Masked Mask was Luke Atney's airtight, watertight, and unassailable alibi. Guilty verdict? As an alibi? Yes. You know, it's almost time. For what? For Luke Atney's verdict. It's a pretty simple trial after all. If we're going to stop this trial and stall that one, we need to do it now. Of course. That's assuming you have proof the detective was the one who committed the murder. Yeah, that might be good. Mr. Luke Atney's trial has indeed attracted the attention of the entire country. If we were to intrude and fail to provide adequate proof of his true crime, Mr. Knight would be left with no grounds for appeal. Are you really sure about this? That's only good when your life's the ante. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. Mr. Delight. So, please, I'm begging you. Just drop my phone. Thanks, but my decision will determine the rest of your life. Can I really risk your life like this? Phoenix. Who was that? Don't stray, Phoenix. For your client, take the path of trust. That voice sounds like Maya. Your Honor, the defense requests an immediate recess. So that's your answer, huh? Very well, I decided as well. The court will now take a 20-minute recess. Mr. Wright, when we return, please summon Mr. Look at Me to the stand. Yes, Your Honor. October 14th, 11:58 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 5. Oh, this is the other court. Well, Sir Detective at me. I have to say, Mr. Payne, you performed splendidly. Oh, Sir Detective at me. They're like the same voice. Oh, no, Sir Detective at me. You were the one who... that's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong this trial. This court finds the defendant. Look at me. Wait! Yeah, wait! Don't hand down your verdict yet, please! Well, Sir Lawyer, welcome to my courtroom. Who's this poser? My name is Felix Wright, attorney at law, and I wish to file an accusation against this man. Look at me. An accusation? You accuse Master Mask. You accuse Master Mask. That man is not Master Mask. He's just a ruthless murderer. What? Ooh. To be continued.
Things are heating up.
Oh, yeah. It's getting crazy. October 14th, 12:14 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. My sis? I could have sworn I heard Maya's voice. So then, she's still alive inside your heart. Nicky boy! Oh, Miss Delight. Is it true that that detective is the real killer? To be honest, we don't have any definitive proof. But he's the only one who could have done it. But wasn't that he at Lordly Taylor that night? Not to mention, we don't exactly know his motive. I mean, why would Detective Atme want to kill Kane Bullard? Oops, it's suicide! Better go back to the courtroom! Look at the time! Gotta go! Can't answer your questions!
Oh no, it's too late, sorry. Later.
Yep, I need to find some solid proof.
Yeah, I definitely know one can prove it, but I just gotta go.
Yeah, time to, our 20 minutes are almost up. We gotta get back in there. I'm fucked.
Pretty much.
And it's gotta happen sooner rather than later. Uh-oh. October 14th, 12:21 p.m. District Court, courtroom number 6. Now then, this court is back in session. Mr. Look at Me, please take the stand. Here he goes again. Well, how do you do, Sir Lawyer? I never would have thought to see you acting so recklessly. I couldn't let them hand down your verdict just yet. Not when it would have given you your perfect alibi. An alibi by the name of Mask to Mask. I'm sorry, I'm afraid even the great Look at Me has no idea what you mean. Of course, I have been in the next courtroom ever since 10 o'clock this morning. I'm afraid there's no way I could know what's been going on in here. You've been in the defendant's seat all day long, correct? being tried as Master Mask. Indeed, it's truly child's play to fool the ignorant masses. Not only did the poor fools ask me to protect their valuables, they even gave me a generous reward upon returning their own property to them. Take this red diamond ring that sparkles upon my divine finger, for example. So you continue to insist that you are, in fact, Master Mask? Of course. Very well then, look at me. Let us begin with the simple question. On October 12th at 1 a.m., Game Bullard was murdered. Where were you at that time? Oh, I'm without knowledge, lacks even the knowledge that he should be ashamed of himself. But don't worry, I will not hold it against you, sir lawyer. Or sir judge? Or, I don't know. Thanks. Alright, Mr. Acme, the night of the murder, speak. While I drink some coffee. We're all ears. As you wish, sir prosecutor. Alright. I was doing the errand as Master Mask, just as I announced I would. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. The time at which the camera captured Master Mask was the same time as the murder. Seems the main point of discussion will be this photo of the crime scene. Everything else up until now has all part of his plan. There has to be a secret to his picture as well. Even the great Master Mask cannot be in two places at once. Now then, if you'll excuse me, I have a verdict to receive. Fortunately, Mr. Atney, we still have to do your cross-examination. A fool is too foolish to know that he is a fool. That sounds like somebody else talking.
Right? Where's your wit, buddy?
Yeah. I think he's trying to say that you're full of it, Nick. The only thing that's full of it is his alibi. Yeah, tell him. Alright. I was stealing urn just as I announced I would. So this photograph is the proof, correct? Indeed it is. And the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. Oh, the man in the photo is certainly wearing a mask. That is why I'm called Master Mask. But conventionally, that also means that there's no way to tell who this really is. What do you mean? Are you saying that this is not, in fact, Luke at me? That it could be an accomplice dressed up as Master Mask or an alibi? Oh, what an interesting idea. Are you saying that I, Lone Wolf Luke, had an accomplice? Yeah, name an accomplice, yeah. If Luke at me was at KB security during the murder, then the Master Mask in this picture has to be a fake. Exactly. You had an accomplice. Now, remember you've said that, Mr. Wright, because there's no going back. If you're making baseless claims, I'll treat you to a penalty myself. That penalty's probably boiling hot, too. So who is it, Mr. Wright? Who was the accomplice? The defendant. Our client. It was this person. What? Oh. That's quite the prank you're trying to pull. You have any evidence this person is, in fact, the accomplice? Well... No, what? Huh? If you're going to judge somebody by their aura, you'd better be right up there as #1 suspect, Mr. Wright. What? What? Okay.
And if he isn't the
Okay.
accomplice, then who it... What?
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 Okay, hold on. So I guess maybe not say he is a accomplice? Give it up, I guess. Then there really was an accomplice. But right now, I have no idea who it was. Oh, okay. We have to, like, connect it to our client, I guess. I don't have any idea right now either. Baseless objections are just what that guy wants. There's got to be another way, and I'm going to find it. Okay. I had more than enough time to prepare. It was a pathetically easy job. I believe Adrian Andrews hired you at one point. That's right. It was over 20 days ago, if I'm not mistaken. You sent the calling card to Lordly Taylor 10 days before the heist. That would mean you sent out the card after you began your security watch, right? Indeed, there was no reason why I couldn't do both jobs at once. It was the perfect opportunity to steal my latest target. I see. Truly are evil, aren't you? Yes, evil is what I am. Hey, Nick, isn't there something odd about this? Detective Atme was always proud of his ace detective skills, right? But if the urn was stolen from Lordly Taylor while he was the only one watching it, he'd have no way to maintain his perfect ace detective persona. You know, that's true. It is kind of odd. A photograph contains no words, but in this case, one turned out to be my witness. So by photographed, you mean this piece of evidence here, is that correct? Indeed it is. That is it. The very thing that proves I committed the crime. The very thing that proves you committed the crime? When you think about it, it's really odd. You say that almost as if you had this picture taken on purpose. He was simply caught by the very camera that he had set up, which is very strange. We all have days like that. Indeed, it turned out that there was no such thing as the perfect crime after all. Life is truly an ironic thing, a sad, blue melody. Looks like I'd better gather more information for now. If he's truly this killer, there's got to be something phony in that photo. Okay. Time at which the camera captured mask was same time as the murder. Hold on. Yeah, this one. Myra's camera went off at once at around 1 a.m. at the night of the crime. Okay.
What about his brooch? Does he have the brooch? Could that possibly be it?
Well, okay, but the thing about it is, he's the one who put in the camera himself. Like, okay, hold on. This on this. About the camera that took this photograph. Yeah, that's important, yes. Oh, come now, it's all clear what you're thinking. Huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph, don't you? No, not the timestamp, but you altered the time set with the camera. So it would be a certain amount late or whatever. I'm afraid that's impossible. Camera was set up by Lordly Taylor, and on top of that, it was Lordly Taylor's staff that printed that picture's data. Fortunately for the defendant, there's no way that picture could have been altered. I see. Looks like I'd better find something else that could be suspicious. So this alibi is false? Has to be, or he couldn't have killed Mr. Bullard at KB Security. But I'm not really spotting anything unusual. There are two possibilities. Either the mask in the photo is a fake, or the photo itself is. Okay. Okay. Wait. Jan. It has something to do with this. The paint stuff.
Is that not snow?
No, the paint. That's the paint.
Oh, it's the paint
This-
that the art was in. Okay.
Yeah, the picture's in black and white. Hold on. This got updated. Yeah, carried to basement on the day of the crime. Moved again that night. I'm thinking. Okay. So, the statue got there the day before the crime. And it should have been right here, where the paint is. Now,
Okay.
there's no...
So
The question is, why was the statue moved?
this would place the photo at a different time.
Yes. And the only reason the statue has been moved was to mimic, so the picture would be the same.
So in other words, you can prove that this photo is fraudulent.
Yes. But I don't know where I put that. Or which thing exactly. Time at which the camera captured us at the same time as the murder. Okay, hold on. No? Okay. Let me see. Hold on. Let me see. About the camera that took this photograph. Oh, come now. It's all clear what you're thinking, huh? You think I altered the timestamp on the photograph? No. That's what I'm thinking. So by photograph, you mean this piece of evidence here? Is that correct? Indeed it is, and isn't it the very thing that proves I committed the crime? The very thing that proves you committed the crime. Hold on, let me look at the picture again. No, not that one. This one again. Box is clean though. I don't know. Maybe you just can't see it. Hold on, where's the box? Might not have had it on the other side. Because you can't see the label from this side, so I don't know. Yeah, the back of it should have been fine because of the... It would have only hit this side. Because there's no paint splotches on the other side. Okay. Anyway, the very thing that proves that you committed a crime. Should leave in your 7 now. Well, at least he provided the camera, there's no way he could have tampered it, which I could not have killed. Being blurred unless I'm an accomplice. I'll think long and hard about that night. Basement warehouse. This picture that supposedly captures it. It's got to be here. There's something funny about this picture. Yeah. Okay. But there is. Are you implying that this picture is a fake? You bet I am. There's definitely something strange about this picture. We took a look around the basement warehouse that night before the theft took place. And there's something in this photo that doesn't match my memory of that night. Right, the statue. Yes, okay. Very well then, let's hear what you have to say. What about this photograph did you find funny? The missing statue. No statue. The funny part is right here. Why, this is a blood stain. No, it's not. Blood. No, this case is getting interesting. Not exactly. This stain is actually pink paint. Oh, just paint. And peach colored at that. No. But it's funny that he said it's blood. Dangan Rampa.
It's just cream colored stuff, I promise.
Yeah, it's fine. From blood to peaches, the judge sure loves going on his wild tangents. The problem with this photograph is not the paint. The problem is, when you consider the layout of the basement warehouse, it turns out that something that should be there is nowhere to be seen. Oh boy. Well, Mr. Wright? What is supposed to be in this picture instead of the paint stains? The statue! Yes. The supervisor of the treasure exhibit stated the following. Do this little savey save. The stolen turnabout is what this chapter is called. That's great. Well, there's a good reason for that. On the day of the crime around noon, that golden statue just happened to arrive from the mountain training hall. I realized that the statue would be the perfect size for covering up the paint stains. That's why I put it where you first saw it. I myself was there the night the theft took place, and saw the statue in that spot. If this picture was truly taken on that night, then the statue should have been there. But when I went there the day after the theft, that statue of the old bag was sitting in the corner. Perhaps it somehow rushed there accidentally? Your Honor, the statue is slightly larger than yourself and quite heavy. It would take more than an accidental push to move it that distance. That case? Can you prove it? Can you give us the rhyme and reason as to why that statue was moved that night? Can you do it, Nick? Yeah, to match the picture. Duh.
To create a fake alibi.
Yep. Never mind who moved it. The real question is, why did they move it? Well, Mr. Wright, hope you are prepared with your answer. Now then, who was the one that moved the golden statue at the night of the crime? This dude. He did it. The one who moved the statue is none other than... Look at me. I'm now Sir Lawyer. There you go again on one of your strange delusions. Mr. Wright, what bias you have for your strange delusions? It's very simple. The witness was the only one in the basement warehouse that night. That is indeed very simple, however. Why would I want to move a heavy statue? Golden statue. The reason for moving the golden statue, here's where our battle really begins. Oh, Mr. Wright? Yes. I'm just like saving a million times, because why not? What reason did the witness have to move that statue? The reason can be found here in this photograph. Look at me. You pretended to be mask to mask to create an alibi by showing you were at Lordly Taylor that night. But this photograph contains a single fatal flaw. If the statue had been there, your lie would be exposed like a cheap film at a drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. Single fatal flaw? Interesting theory, but please enlighten us. Just where in this picture does this lie exist? Here? Lie in this photograph somewhere around here. Okay, no. After that hole. Keep playing like this, man. Okay. Okay, in the photograph. Yeah, but you were at Lord Taylor that night. But a single fatal flaw. statue had been there, your lie would have been exposed like a cheap film at the drugstore. That is why you had to move the statue. Single fatal flaw. Interesting theory. Please enlighten us. Just where in the spectrum does this lie exist? The lie exist? I guess this?
Yeah. I mean, if it's doctored, then that's it.
Naturally, the lie in this photo is a timestamp. Yeah, because it doesn't say the date. It just says the time. What do you mean? I'll tell you exactly what I mean. On the night in question, Luke at me went to KB Security and murdered Kane Bullard. That's okay. Hold on. Say the part about the time thing. Therefore, it's obvious. It would have been impossible for him to have been at Lordly Taylor at this time. Okay, but explain yourself. Don't just be like, yeah, duh. It's like, but explain? You didn't explain. But what does it have to do with the statue being moved? Remember, if you will, Your Honor. When was the statue placed beside the warehouse door? Well, the statue was taken down to the warehouse on the day of the crime. It was placed there in order to cover up the paint. Exactly. Luke at me had already decided on the time when he was going to kill the victim, and so, in order to create an alibi for that time, he took this photo days before the murder took place. What the? Of course, the statue hadn't been brought down to the basement warehouse yet. So on the day of the crime, Mr. Atme must have been quite nervous. As nervous as a long-tailed cat in a rocking chair factory, so to speak. What?
It's probably
about like getting the tail hit by the rocking chair, like when it's like rocking. Okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's a weird phrase. Okay.
Oh, it's a really weird analogy.
Yeah. Why? Because something that wasn't supposed to be there had been brought down and placed where it wasn't supposed to be. And that is why Luke at me had to move the statue on the night of the murder. He did it to make the room match with the way it had been in this photo. Order, Mr. Atme, is that true? One moment, Your Honor. Have you forgotten this? What's this? The data for the basement warehouse computer. According to this, the camera did indeed go off on the night of the crime. It's true that the camera had been set up by the Lordly Taylor staff. However, the program used to manage that data was yours. That alone would have allowed you to tamper with the data. Order! Mr. Godot. What is the meaning of this? Yeah. Godot! I warned you about making me wait. Now put that coffee down. My 11th cup. I promised to drink no more than 17 during a trial. Which means I'm so good to the last drop. However, the defense has a very good point. Good point. So what? We are all but travelers on a road of infinite points. I think he's got this points mixed up with his other points. So you say this photograph was taken ahead of time, and that the statue was moved in order to make it match. That's a very interesting idea. However, there's one point that can't be denied, which is... Hold on, wait. That it's only a possibility, and that are trapped by the chains of maybe. Can never reach their dreams. That's very true. No, wait, don't fall for that, Your Honor. Hey, Mr. Damask. Yes. If there's no funny business in your actions as Master Mask, there should be no problem with you telling us your strategy. So let's hear it. Yes, may I please provide this court with your testimony about your plan to steal the sacred urn? I first received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. The urn was placed in a box in Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October 12th. That's pretty much all stuff we've heard before, isn't it? Yeah, we will find the truth hidden in the nuggets of new information he gave. Witness, you're sure there's no mistakes at this time? Zavari! Very well then, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Alright. Sacred Urn Heist. I first received a request from Lord Taylor about 20 days ago. You were asked to guard the urn by Miss Adrian Andrews, is that right? Indeed, it seems that they had heard of my Zavarkling reputation. Zavarkling.
Cringe.
Okay. I see Miss Andrews is still attracting the weirdos. You'd better watch it out too, man. The urn was placed in a box in Zavari. It was then sent to the warehouse. You mean this box? Yes, that pathetic box. Lady Andrews was especially taken with that urn, and she wouldn't let anyone enter the storeroom. Not even me. Interesting new tidbit. Hence, I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. So you're sure that you had never seen the urn before? Indeed. You may ask Lady Andrews to confirm for yourself. My security was focused entirely on the entrance to that warehouse. However, look at me, let no information whatsoever slip through my fingers. I knew it was an extremely valuable treasure, so I sent my card 10 days beforehand. You mean this calling card? That's right, that is without a doubt my calling card. I guess Mr. DeLay didn't make this after all. Of course, because Abby knew about the emblem. Making this card authentic would have been child's play for him. I then handled security by myself to ensure that my crime would go smoothly. Then no one entered the basement warehouse. Unfortunately, there were many different treasures being taken there. Thus, for a period of approximately 5 days, people were indeed going in and out of the warehouse. At last, I held the urn in my hands for the first time at 1 a.m. on October, why did I say March? On October 12th. October 12th? Hold on. Wait, no. Okay, go back. Okay, so what was that? Okay, making sure it was... Yeah, okay. And this is the photo that proves that, huh? Indeed, to be honest, even if a photo was taken, I didn't think it would matter terribly much. Hey Nick, if this photo is a fake, Detective Atme might have stolen the urn whenever this photo was taken. That's true. You know, he's been saying that he never saw the urn until that night. If we can prove that he's lying there, we can wrap this up and put a bow on it. I need to take a good hard look at the court record. Not a lot to go on, is there? The detective has been covering his tracks. There's only one thing we need to prove in this cross-examination. That he took this photo well before the actual night of the crime. Alright then, how do we do that? There's one thing that Emmy stated very clearly, that he had never seen the urn before he stole it. We need to prove that he's lying. Okay, he'd never seen the urn before he stole it. Hmm. Wait, hold on. I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the date of the crime. But wouldn't you have seen it in the advertisement?
Yeah, isn't there a poster that we can show that he
Yeah,
know about it?
because
Do you know what it looks like?
Because it looks different. So wouldn't that be kind of odd to him that it looks different? No. Okay. Okay. Got that. Until I knew the urn for myself until the day of the crime. I knew it was extremely valuable treasure, so I done my card 10 days beforehand. I held it in my hands. 1 a.m. on October. Wait.
Wait, hold on a second. When did our client supposedly take the urn? Do we know?
Well, it says it's about 1 a.m.
Oh, didn't he place the urn or something, or no? There's something fishy about this statement, I think.
Yeah. Going to purloin most precious work of art on display in your treasures of current exhibit. Take good care of the speckled urn, won't you? Speckled urn, won't you? Speckled? It's not speckled. Before. That, I would not call that speckled. But this, I would say it's speckled. Because of the pink paint. Okay, hold on. So, since I was actually unable to see the urn for myself until the day of the crime. Save. Yeah! Mister at me if you are really mask to mask. Hell yeah, got it. Then you also wrote this calling card, correct? But of course. Is there a problem with that calling card? Allow me to read a passage from the calling card that Mask to Mask had written. Take good care of the speckled urn. No, the speckled here. Surely refers to this pink pattern on the sacred urn. Yes, that is true. But so what? Truth be told, there is no way that Mask to Mask could have known about this pattern. What do you mean? This pink spotted pattern on this urn is actually nothing more than paint stains. Paint stains? And these stains did not appear until after the urn had been taken to Lordly Taylor. I'm not finding this joke to be very funny, Mr. Trite. The day that the sacred urn was taken to the warehouse, the urn was broken due to human error, or should I say, an error-prone human. And that's when the pink paint got on the urn. Urgh. You can't be serious. And yet this calling card clearly mentions the paint pattern. Which means Detective Atme had seen this urn long before the crime ever took place. In fact, he saw it when this fake photo was taken. And because this photo is a fake, your alibi for the night of the murder no longer holds water. Just like that urn. Because it's been broken. Like a million times. Oh shit. Witness, do you have anything to say for yourself? Alright, that did it. He's broken. Nick? I think it's still a little early for a victory pose. Huh? Oh no. It's so sad. No one has any conviction these days. Conviction? Conviction, you say? Yesterday, we all decided unanimously that this man was Mask to Mask. And now, we're calling him a murderer. You don't think you're being a tad fickle? That's a good point. No, wait, don't fall for that too, Your Honor. You say that Luke Atme was the one who killed Cain Bullard? Then let me ask you this. Why would he do that? Excellent point. Motive, Mr. Wright, motive. Mind you, my merry murderous motive manifest. I think he's getting his second wind. If you prepared an alibi and pinned this crime on broad daylight, as you say, you must have had a very strong motive for murder. The only one with any motive we've seen is Ron Delight. Isn't that right, Detective? Indeed, according to my own research, the boy's motive is clear. Without a motive, it's clearly impossible to prove guilt in a murder case. Now that,
Yeah, sure.
maybe.
That's totally right.
Yeah, totally. Maybe you can enlighten us as to what the defendant's motives were. I'll be honored to, Sir Old-Timer. They're doing everything they can to make Ron look suspicious. Despite our lack of hard information, this may be our only chance. Okay, so we're gonna cross-examine this statement. Okay. Look at me. I had no points of contact with the victim whatsoever. Cain Bullard decided to investigate Mask to Mask and simply mistook who he was. It was Mr. Bullard who wrote that blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. And it was again Mr. Bullard who harbored a grudge against Mr. Delight for his betrayal. Mr. Bullard's mistake is quite excusable. The defendant truly believes he is Mask to Mask. As why Mr. Delight saw it fit to kill Cain Bullard. Truly a tragedy. So the victim, Cain Bullard, blackmailed the defendant? This is the blackmail letter found in the defendant's apartment. Handwritten test confirms that Mr. Bullard was indeed the one who wrote that letter. Very important information. But what? Okay, found in Ron Delight's room. Written by Bullard. Very well, Mr. Wright. Begin your cross-examination. Alright. Hello? Hello, Locoria? Locoria? Hello? Luke, or Lucuria? I don't know. Hello, welcome. I'll call you Loco. Loco sounds a fun name. Hello. I'm playing Ace Attorney right now too. Nice. I love these games. They're great. They are lots of fun. Look at me, I had no point of contact with the victim whatsoever. And who in the world is going to prove that? I will. After doing a thorough background check on Detective Atme and Game Bullard, we were unable to find any links between them. That's all in the report. Perhaps they were connected through their work. They were both involved in security. Nope. That was blunt. In any case, the only one with a motive was Mr. Delight. Game Bullard decided to visit Mask and simply mistook who he was. Mistook? That's right, mistook. From the old Norse mistake, meaning to take an error. That wasn't what I meant. Just who did the victim mistake Master Mask to be? Why, the answer's obvious. Ron Delight, of course. Boy, I'd like to wipe that smug look off this guy's face. Hold on. If you don't want your true identity revealed to the world, come to the KB security at 1 a.m. on October 12th and bring $50,000. If you don't, I'll take that red diamond you received the other day instead. Because the red diamond it's referring to has to do with this. No, wait, that's blue. Wait, no! Atme has a red diamond!
He was given it.
Okay.
As a reward, right?
Yeah. The last item that was stolen? I don't remember. Why would the victim mistake the defendant for Mask to Mask? Don't you already know that? Zavari, take a look at this newspaper. Yeah. Oh, that's the famous hero of Amina and the Magnificent Jewel. That photo shows a magnificent detective as well, does it not? Furthermore, it also shows an ugly guard, namely, the defendant. The defendant? The victim clearly misread this article in Zavari. He got the wrong impression. The impression that this ugly security guard was in fact Master Mask. I see. That was an unusually reasonable deduction. Okay. I look at me. Okay. It was Mr. Bo who wrote the blackmail letter and sent it to Ron Delight. That is incorrect. It was not meant to be sent to Ron. It was meant to be sent to him. Yeah. Let me ask you a few questions, Detective Atme. Well, if it's just a few, I guess it's alright. When you said that this letter was addressed to Ron Delight, I couldn't help but notice one major contradiction. Ha 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 ha. Hee hoo hoo hoo.
No, don't tell me. He passed on the blackmail letter from him to Ron.
Yes. Yes, he did.
Oh my god. Okay.
Yep.
Alright. That's low. Okay.
Yep. Contradiction? I don't know where walking contradiction it like you get off saying things like that. You're one to talk. At times like these, men are made to express themselves with their fists. Why don't you show us what you got there, Junior? Indeed, time to man up, Mr. Wright. Show us the contradiction evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Use the contradiction evidence in the contact letter. What? Show us the contradiction evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. Little 1-2 punch like that wouldn't even faze me. Oh. I think you mean 1-2 punch. Okay, no. That's right. They're kind of thinking, okay, no. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second here. I'll figure it out. Okay. Fiction. Post the contradiction evidence in the content of the blackmail letter. The red diamond. Okay, no. Okay, great. Okay, wait, maybe it was just the newspaper? It has to be the newspaper then. Yeah, okay. Because in the newspaper, the gem in it is blue, not red. Take a good look at this newspaper clipping. Blue. It contains a picture of the Tear of Amanon, the stolen jewel. What about it? The problem is this jewel's color. Color. I'm not much for discussing color myself. According to the clipping, the color of the stolen jewel was blue. However, in the blackmail letter, a totally different jewel is mentioned. I'll take the red diamond you received the other day. Red? Which means, the red diamond described in the blackmail letter is not the Tear of Amanon that Master stole at all. No, jeez. And your point is, Mr. Wright, so are you trying to say that this blackmail letter was intended for someone else? And that is what you're trying to say, right, Wright? That is what you're trying to say, right, Mr. Wright? Well, is that what you're trying to say, right, Nick? Yes. Like, why is everyone asking me? Yes. That is what I'm trying to say. Yes. This is who Kane Bowler was actually blackmailing. Naturally, it was you, the detective at me. Do you have some sort of basis for that claim? You've been personally involved in every single Master case. And in the last case, you received what was stolen. And received a jewel. As your reward. A jewel? Probably the one wrapped, conspicuously. Oh my god. Conspicuously around your finger. That red diamond ring. That is the diamond referred to in the letter. Which means that Kane Bullard wrote that letter in order to blackmail you! Order in the court. Order, I say. Seems you've gone too far with your childish pranks, Mr. Trey. Uh-oh, I don't like the way you said that. Kane Bullard blackmailing Luke at me? Are you for real? Yes, I am. Hey, come on, stand up to him! Then answer me this. The blackmail letter contains the following passage. You don't want your identity revealed to the world. Yes, certainly does. Kane Bullard threatened to make Luke Atme's identity public knowledge. An identity he wanted to keep a secret. So just what was that identity? Atme killed Kane Bullard because he was afraid of his secret becoming known, which was the identity he wanted to keep secret. What was the identity he wanted to keep secret? This is what it all comes down to, Nick.
He's Master Mask?
Yeah, I don't know. Wait, hold on. The identity that Luke Atme wanted to so desperately keep secret was, a blackmailer? Yeah, because he was blackmailing, Mr. Delight. Luke Atme was a blackmailer. Hey now, isn't that a little different from what you've been saying? You said that Kane Bullard was the one blackmailing Luke Atme. You saying that Atme was blackmailing someone else on top of that? You have to admit that does sound a little odd. It's not odd. It's the only thing that makes any sense. came bored with blackmailing Luke at me. But Rondelite was also being blackmailed by a certain someone. So did you start receiving blackmail letters after this incident? Yes, just a few days after the Tear of Abaddon heist. After that, I started getting the plans in the mail. I received plans from some very kind person, incredibly detailed plans. Detailed plans? In which case, that would mean that Rondelite was actually mask to mask. That is what we are claiming. Someone else came up with the plans and had Mr. Delight steal his targets for him. And that someone was none other than Luke Atme. Shh! Silence! Now I see. It's all becoming clear. What is? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Careless, with a tendency to jump to conclusions. Am I wrong? How did you? Phoenix? You say that I, Luke Atme, was blackmailing Rondelite? In which case, I would naturally know all about his relation to Mask to Mask. Well, yes. Rondelite started receiving plans from his second crime onward, correct? Which means I learned of his identity when he committed that first crime. Good point. You certainly couldn't have blackmailed him otherwise. In that case, let's see some hot, bitter evidence. Tense music is happening. During the first crime, how did Luke Atme know that Rondelite was mask to mask? Cause he's like right there. He's right here. He was at the scene of the crime. I think I see it. See what? When you were in grade school, you received the same report card every year. Gets into lots of mischief trying to be the center of attention. What do you mean? This newspaper clipping. It has a picture of you and Rondelite in his guard uniform. It seems that Mask to Mask didn't just disappear into thin air. He just took off his outfit and hid it in a bucket. That sounds far too stupid to be true. You're right, but it is true. But it was really stupid. Correct. With tricks like that, he couldn't fool a baby, let alone an ace detective. And that's when you figured it out, Mr. Atme. That's when you learned that under his mask, Mask to Mask was actually... Okay, what the? Wasn't he supposed to be Mask to Mask? Not only that, it looks like he wasn't even an ace detective. I can't believe it. He was just a slimy blackmailer. What a fraud, trying to pass himself off as an ace detective. Why, how dare you expose me like that? I mean, I've never blackmailed anyone in my life. I am a famous and proud ace detective and also Mask to Mask. Why can't you understand that? I'm afraid you are neither a proud thief nor an ace detective. You're a blackmailer and a murderer. That is your true identity. Why, you? How dare you even dare imply that touches of yourself with those big mouth of yours? I say none of you can comprehend. So goon, discriminant, ace detective cannot handle blackmail murder. It's enough to make one laugh. Okay. It would seem we finally arrived at the real answer. That was quite a performance by Mr. Atme. Bailiff, please prepare to sell for Mr. Atme. Oh, we're not done yet. Emma, that strikes too fast. There's no time to aim. What do you mean? I'm always prepared. Already prepared to deliver my ruling. Allow me to say one thing. I will be the one to judge. But no, you're the prosecutor. Wait, that's my job. You don't get much more in your face than that. Fears that your claws weren't quite sharp enough Mr. Trey. What do you... It's true that you've proven a lot of things. Things like Luke Atme was a filthy blackmailer, and that he wasn't at Lordly Taylor the night of the murder. That's right. That's why he's the one who killed Mr. Bull. But there's still one thing you have yet to prove. What's that? Just because he wasn't at the warehouse doesn't mean he was at the murder scene. Therefore, if you can't prove that this pitiful excuse for a man was at KB security, but pitiful excuse for a man? That's very kind of you. Was that KB security? Then I don't see how a verdict can be delivered. No way! Uh-oh. Order in the court. Well, Mr. Wright, this is it. This is the final round. Oh, shit, boy. Here we go. It's going down. I got to prove that Atme was at Mr. Bullard's office on that night. But can you really prove that? That's long enough, Mr. Tribe. I want to hear your answer. That night, Luke Atme was at KB Security and the fence. I don't know if I can prove it. Yeah? Fence can prove it. With evidence. Are you sure? Don't you worry. I'll watch over you as you break down and fall to pieces. Very well then, let's see this proof. Proof that Luke Atme was at KB Security that night. The button. This is the proof. No? It's time for you to learn the true flavor of life. Oh, remember my special good old blend 49. Well, Mr. Wright, it's better. Very better. Okay. Okay, maybe I can't prove it. Hold on. Can't prove it. I can't prove it. As I thought. But if we hear more of Detective Atme's testimony. Fortunately, that's as far as you go, Mr. Trite. What do you mean? I won't allow for any more testimony. That's what I mean. What? Have you forgotten? Atme is here after we interrupted his own trial, and you have failed to prove that he committed the murder. I think it's time for his witness to return to his own trial and face his guilty verdict as Master Mask. No. Well then, Sir Lawrence, it seems that love wins and out in the end after all. I am the detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will verify that. Susan Ron delights will to verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness. Order in the court. That's enough deliberation over this witness. I can't believe this. At this rate, Ron is... Don't give up now, Nick. We still have tomorrow. We can look for more evidence and... By then, it'll be too late. Huh? But why? Because if he gets trial... Yeah, because if he... Yeah.
If Atme gets turned into or
if he
convicted of Master Mask, then he gets an alibi.
Yes.
And by that time, it'll be too late to convict him.
Yeah. Double jeopardy. One of the basic rules of any court of law. Double jeopardy? Should a defendant be tried and found innocent in court, the defendant cannot be tried again for the same crime. This is a fundamental rule of all courts. And it applies to this witness as much as it applies to anyone else. Mr. Atme would be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Will be found guilty in a matter of minutes. Guilty as mask, which means he will be innocent as far as the murder of Kane Bullard is concerned. No way! The fact that you were unable to prove Mr. Atme's guilt of that crime here means that he will never again be tried as Kane Bullard's murderer. What? I think something unexpected happens, I think. You know, as it always does.
Come on, Mia, save her butts, please.
Now, there's nothing I can possibly do to win. Even if Ron is proclaimed to be innocent, the real killer, Luke Atme, will go free. Cross-examine every statement the witness has made here today. As long as there is no more testimony, I'm afraid that I have to declare that there will be no further questioning of this witness. Are there any objectives? Did I hereby end the cross-examination of Luke Atme? Yeah, I think we get somebody else. Yeah, no objection. I think I see it.
Is that his wife?
It might be. Hold on. Your Honor, when you were a child, this is what was on your report card every year. Has poor hearing and often makes mistakes as a result. How do you?
Oh my god.
Phoenix, raise your head up high. Have you forgotten what I used to tell you? Oh, it's Maya. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. That voice! No way! It's Maya! Long time no see, Phoenix. Maya! This is the true power of the Korean channeling technique. I know that it's really Maya who's standing before me, but right now she's my mentor, Maya Fey. Now, let's do this. But there's nothing more we can do, Maya. Without any more testimony, I can't cross-examine. Not yet. The testimony is not over yet. What do you mean? Your Honor, just now you said something very interesting. You have cross-examined every statement the witness has made here today. Yes, that's true, but... Fortunately, Your Honor, you're forgetting something. Earlier, after the last cross-examination, this witness made a number of remarks. No. Well now, sir, it seems that love wins out in the end after all. I am the ace detective as well as Master Mask. My verdict will be verify that. This is Ron Delight's will verify that he is the true murderer. I declare that with the full force of my ace detectiveness.
Love wins out?
Yes, but these comments appear to have no importance whatsoever. Very well, then we shall prove their importance via cross-examination. At any rate, as long as the witness has made these remarks, we, the defense, assert our right to question them. Is that alright with you, prosecutor? Is something the matter, Mr. Godot? Nothing. Oh, sir lawyer, looks like you're one step too late. You think such falsehoods will do anything to me? Look at me. Let's hear it. It's true that the witness made some remarks. So then, let's hear this last bit of cross-examination. Mr. Godot, what are you? Very well then, Mr. Luke Atme. I am going to allow the defense to cross-examine your earlier remarks. The defense will like to hear. The defense would like to hear why you declared the defendant to be the true murderer. So please give us one last bit of testimony. Phoenix, this is it. This is our absolute last chance. Yes, Chief. Alright. Okay. Indeed, it is true that I was not a lordly tailor. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job request. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. Right, he didn't say where he was on the date of the murder.
Oh, he did not.
Yeah, so he doesn't know an alibi, so he's now going to provide his alibi. I had known about the date beforehand, so I had this photograph readied. My brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the keycard and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. was also able to make a deduction from the buzzer, which only sounded once, but did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? The victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Dolly was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints. And the blackmail letter, the victim likely just mistook the color of the drool. Zavari! Therefore, all evidence points to that poor boy. Okay, but we already discussed that he... No, it doesn't. Because, okay. If... So. Not the buzzer thing. The card. Use on, at 1 a.m. He committed a murder and then hid the body in a safe in 2 minutes? No.
Yeah, it's not possible.
That is literally not possible at all. Alright. This tone that does not seem to hold up. But his earlier remarks do not appear to have been hastily prepared. All of his points have been explained, and none of them seem to contradict. Anything. It does contradict so many things. But of course. But how did you know about the emergency buzzer? Oh. That's a good point. The police investigation documents went directly through me. I can always look over all the documents. It's elementary, sir lawyer. Grr. Are you going to make even more trouble for us now, sir lawyer? I will not allow any of your usual shenanigans, Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. We cannot postpone Luke Atmey's trial any longer. This is your last chance. Hang on a sec. Just one chance. Huh. Seems that the party's about to begin. Well, Phoenix, there isn't any evidence that contradicts with the testimony. Yes, there is. So it would seem. What do you mean, so it would seem? Listen, Phoenix, pointing out the contradictions doesn't always mean you have to present evidence, does it? At any rate, this is our last chance. If you can't point out a case-breaking contradiction, you lose. That's all there is to it. Cup number 17. The last cup. Seems like the time has come to put an end to this trial. I have to find a fatal contradiction in his testimony, and I need to point it out without presenting evidence. Okay. Which means all I can do is find the contradiction, and press it. Okay. Remember, you only get one chance. Okay. Very well done, Mr. Wright. Please begin your final cross-examination. Okay. So I just have to press on only one of these. Okay. In the history that I was at, not alert. Let me say first. That's correct. I had to leave to see about another vitally important job in class. We don't know anything about that. I had known about the day beforehand, so I had this photograph ready. Brilliant deduction was what informed me that the true culprit was Ron Delight. And thanks to the key card and wallet, it was abundantly clear that he was there. Mr. Atmey, about this last remark. No? Okay. Okay. You just don't get it. You try this and done person to witness every little statement. What? I said this before. There's still one thing you haven't proven. That this scum was in Kane Bullett's office that night. And now, it's time for me to finish my last cup. Okay. No! Hold on! Wait. No! No, I fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, no. No, wait. Let me reload. No, let me go back. Okay, here we go. Okay, I got it. Okay.
Game over.
Nope, I got it. Okay. Okay. It's also able to make deduction with the buzzer, which only sounded once. Okay. Button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Victim would have left prints if he sounded it, which means the killer sounded it. Mr. Delight was wearing his mask outfit, which is why he left no prints.
Why would he sound the alarm on himself?
Yeah, hold on. How does he know he was in his outfit?
Whoa. Atme says, I'm Mask to Mask.
Yeah.
Why does Ron, what's his face, why does our dude have a Mask to Mask outfit?
Well, it's just wondering, how does he know he's wearing it?
Well, that too. Yeah, how does he know who's in the outfit?
And why would he, I don't know, yeah. It's just,
why would he know it was him?
Is that it? Or, yeah, yes! Maybe? No? No? Okay, not this. Okay.
I still think that is a very good point, though.
Yeah.
How does he know it's Mr. Atme, or not Mr. Atme? How does he know it's Mr. Delight?
Yeah.
In the costume.
How does he know he was even in a costume? Okay. Mr. Delight was wearing it, which was why he was my prince, and the blackmail letter. We just mistook the color of the jewel. But it's such a dumb thing to think. Sorry, therefore all the evidence points to that poor boy. No? Okay. Wait, can I not? Now it's gonna make me go through this all again. Oh wait, I just have to press on the stupid word. I don't have to put evidence. I'm stupid. Okay, so we have to go back to the thing about him wearing the costume and press on it. I think. I don't know. Okay. No, okay. Is it really not? Oh, wait. Okay, wait, this is right. Okay. Cause I'm like, wait, I still have options to press stuff. This isn't the time to be pressing witness on every little statement. Okay, there we go. Yeah. I'm afraid you're the one who still doesn't get it, Mr. Godot. What? Mr. Atme, it seems you have finally admitted that you were in the CEO's office on the night of the murder. Yes! Because he would know if he was in his costume during the murder. Ha. How can you say that? Well, let's review your testimony, shall we, Mr. Atme? The button did not have any fingerprints on it. Why? Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. Is that correct? Indeed, that's what I said. My deductions are absolutely foolproof. More like your deductions prove that you're a fool. I'm sorry, whatever do you mean? For some reason, I'm starting to get really thirsty. Oh, he needs that. He needs to get an 18th cup of coffee. When exactly did you learn the fact that Ron DeLay was dressed as Mask to Mask when he went to the scene of the crime? That was, it was just a few hours ago. Back when my 6th cup was looking at me with a cold stare. Huh? Oh, did I forget to mention it before? I'm sorry. But he wasn't in the room. So how—
He wasn't in the courtroom.
Yeah, he was in the other court. I just never had a chance to mention him till now. That's right. The defendant had yet to tell anyone else this fact before this morning. Therefore, the only people who should know this are those who have been watching this trial. You understand now, Detective Atme? There is no way that you should have known about that. You were in the next courtroom being tried as Mask to Mask. So then, enlighten us. Just how did you know about that piece of information? Well, come on, this detective must have known about it. He probably had plenty of chances to find out beforehand. Nah. And it's those chances that I want to discuss next. That night, Mr. Delight was wearing his mask-to-mask outfit. There is one, and only one way, for Detective Atme to have found that out. Only one way, you say. Please recall, if you will, Mr. Delight's testimony. When I entered the office, there was a suspicious shadow there. For a second, my client witnessed a real killer. But Mr. Delight never saw his attacker, so there's no way to tell whether or not the real killer was Luke at me. It's with that statement that I'll turn this case on its head. Just what are you implying? Mr. Delight saw the real killer, correct? Now, if you turn that statement around, it stands to reason that the real killer had also seen Ron Delight. Impossible. Dun dun dun! Detective Atme, you saw Master Mask at the murder scene that night. You saw him when you killed King Bullard and assaulted Ron Delight. That was the only way you could have known that what Ron was wearing. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, you're going Super Saiyan! Oh! Yeah! Take a good look, everyone. Unable to find a rival worthy of my genius, I was forced to create one by myself. Here I am, the tragic clown. That's the same line you gave yesterday. But I think there's a little more meaning behind it this time. An awfully complicated incident. Game Bullard was blackmailing Luke Atme, who was in turn blackmailing Ron Delight. And upon killing his blackmailer, Luke Atme tried to frame Ron Delight, and then claimed to be guilty as Master Mask in order to escape his true crime. And to that end, he came up with this plan, to use the double jeopardy rule when making his alibi. At any rate, it would seem we finally found the truth. Excuse me. I came perilously close to besmirching the record of an innocent young man. Besmirching him with the title of murderer. Don't ignore me! Oh, I didn't realize you were there. Why wouldn't he be? About the verdict? I know, you never committed any murder. That's right, I'm so glad you understand that, but I really am Master Mask. So that thanks to that trial yesterday, I'm innocent now, right? What was it you said? Double jeopardy? How that you mention it? I've been careless. Careless? What do you think, Maya? As the defendant says, the rule of double jeopardy is absolute. A defendant can never be tried twice for a crime in which he was once found innocent. Then, Master Mask is really innocent. It would seem so. For now. For now. Now then, this court finds the defendant not guilty! Yay! So he was, even though he is technically Master Mask, he wasn't...
He technically stole stuff. Well, he was being blackmailed, so if that's the case, I would give him like a reduced sentence.
Yeah, because he's not the one who made up the plans. He just committed the actions, which still is a thing, but like, it would be a very complicated thing. Anyway, boy, this is...
Oh, sorry.
No, what were you saying?
I want to know what Atme meant by love triumphs or some crap. I don't know. Hope it isn't.
I think he was just trying to like romanticize his like winning at that time where he thought he was winning.
Oh, okay.
Just to make it sound like he's special. I don't know. It's just dramatical wordplay. Man, boy, this is really lucky. Wait, this is so good after all. You see, the thing is, I still am Master Mask after all. October 14th, 3:30 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 4. You did it, Phoenix. Thanks, Maya. It's been a long time, hasn't it? Yeah, it's because Maya doesn't call on me much these days. Oh? I'm just joking, Phoenix. Don't take everything so seriously. But on the other hand, Maya, she seems kind of torn these days. You mean about becoming the master of the Crane channeling to school? Becoming the master means saying goodbye to our mother, Misty Faye, right? Hush over her, will you, Phoenix? Of course. Well then, see you around. Maya. Mr. Wright. I don't know what to say. Congratulations, Mr. Delight. Thank you so much. No, wait. I really... Come on, just be happy already.
Great.
Boop, boop. Hey, you've been cleared of the murder charges and got off as Master to boot. But in exchange, I lost everything. Huh? What do you mean? Stealing security information from KB Security, becoming Master Mask. I did it all for one reason. For her. I mean your wife, Desiree? She hates criminals more than anything. Come to think of it, she was once held hostage by some robbers, wasn't she? She always said how she hated sneaky criminals. I knew that, but once I got fired from KB Security and lost all the money I had, she wouldn't have any reason to stay with me. I thought she would leave me for sure. So that's why you became Master Mask. Yes, but it's all over now. A broken bowl can never be put back together. That's not true. That's not true, right, Nick? Right. Really? Can we go back to the way things were? You'll be fine, and Nick can prove it. I can. I kind of wish you would catch me up with this first. So even if a bowl is broken, there is always a way to put it back together. I'm assuming it's the urn. Sacred urn. The sea was the one who found this. Desiree, your wife, she's always believed in you, Ron. That's why you'll be fine. You don't have to worry about anything. There you are. Miss Delight. You did it, Ronnie. You're innocent. I'm so happy. Thank you. I appreciate that, but, I suppose you don't want anything more to do with me, do you? Ronnie, why didn't you talk to me about what was going on? I had no idea you'd quit KB Security. I never imagined that you were really Master Mask either. Miss Delight, what are you going to do now that you know? You're not going to really leave him, are you? Come on, it's obvious, isn't it? How could I ever let a wonderful man like him get away? After all, my bike's really fast. So fast that there's no way he could ever get away. That sounds mildly threatening.
Desiree should change her name to Yandere.
But didn't you say that you hated criminals? Oh, I only hate people who act all cowardly and sneaky. Like that detective. I see. But Ronnie went and declared his crimes before he committed them. Like a man. I just love a man who's so chivalrous. Okay, yeah, sure. Chivalrous? I knew I was right about you. Every day I spent with you is filled with thrills and excitement. Desi. That's right. You really do love Ron, don't you? Nicky boy. Yes, I'm really glad I asked you to defend my Ronnie. Thank you so much. I'll never forget what you've done for us. Oh, well, take care of yourself. You too, Nicky boy. Oh, I can feel my face getting red. Mystic Maya, congratulations! Yes. Talk about bad timing. Nick, how could you? What other man's wife in front of Mystic Maya? No, you got never forgive you, never, ever. We got beat up by pearls. So just as the case came to a close, so did my consciousness? Hans said, a broken bowl can never be put back together. But I know that's not true. I mean, just look. Here's a perfect example of one that was put back together, and even better than before. Yay. Episode 2, The Stolen Turnabout. The end! Hooray! We did it! Recipe for turnabout. Oh, this one's great. This one's really good. I mean, look, Maya's in a cute little, like, maid outfit. It's adorable. And that guy has a scouter.
You got a scouter? What?
Or, like, the thing from Dragon Ball Z and stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, I didn't see that first.
Yeah, I think, isn't that called a scouter?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's over 9,000.
Yeah. He's got a scouter there. Do you want to play for a little bit more or end it for tonight?
It's up to you.
Mm, I think I might end it for early tonight. I got some stuff I should probably get to doing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
Plus, this next week is going to be well, starting from tomorrow. This next week is going to be absolutely hell at work. So
Yeah.
it's going to be apparently really, really busy. So that's going to be really, really fun.
Oh, fun.
Yay!
Everything's busier in the new year, huh?
Yeah. Yep. I have to work New Year and New Year's Day. Ugh. Lots of fun.
Oh, fun.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll see you later.
Okay. Alright. See you next time.
See ya. Let's make sure I save. With that. Okay. Alright. So that's gonna be the end of it for today. Thanks for hanging out. See you next week. I hope everybody has a happy new year. I'm gonna be super busy this month. Oh my god. Ugh. It's gonna be exhausting. I'm already exhausted. Hopefully the new year brings some better things, let's say that. As these past few years have not been great. But at least for me things have been getting slowly better, which is awesome. So I hope for everyone else, things get better. Things turn out good for the new year. Well, that's it. Have a good night.